again with another skincare video. I just woke up and today I'm going to share with you guys my updated skincare routine. Sorry, I was checking to make sure everything was here. But if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit subscribe. Skincare is what I do best. Give this video a big, huge thumbs up and let's get started. So first I gotta put my hair up because my hair is just all over the place. So just go ahead and put that on. Ooh. Okay. So I wore a sleeping mask last night, so I want to make sure to get like any excess product off of my face if there is any. So I'm going to go in with an oil cleanser. I'm going to do my double cleanse. So this is the Derma E Essentials Nourishing Rose Cleansing Oil, and it contains argan and jojoba oils. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. Everyone pronounces it differently. But yeah, I'm just going to take these and put it on my hands like this. I kind of just want to massage this all over my face. It smells so good. It smells like roses. It smells like roses. And I just like massage right up here on my temples. Oh my gosh, it feels so good. I look like a villain when I do this, but oh, it feels so good. And it just like, you know, giving yourself a little massage just kicks off your morning so right. You know what I'm saying? Woo! Okay, so now I'm just going to wash this off my face. And I always pat dry my face. Next, I'm going to go in with my Cosrx Low pH Good Morning Gel Cleanser. And this is just a really nice, light, refreshing cleanser that doesn't make my skin feel like very dry or tight or anything like that. It's just a very gentle cleanser. So as you can see, I have some redness up here because of where I massaged, but that's just gonna go away. Okay, so now that I've cleansed my face, I have like the most basic step out of my skincare routine finished. Now the remaining steps all kind of just depend on how my skin's feeling that day. That is how I approach all of my skincare routines. It's different every single day. It all just depends on how my skin is feeling today. So right now my skin is feeling pretty oily because it's that time of the month, so my skin's very, very oily. So I'm going to tone with the Milk Makeup Matcha Toner. And I love this because it feels very, very refreshing. And also it's really great because it's like a travel size. And this is also going to reduce some of that redness on my forehead right here. And it just feels so soothing and really nice. And I'm just gonna pat that into my skin and let it dry a little bit. Let it absorb, I guess I should say. Okay, so the next thing that I'm gonna do, this is not the same redness as this. This is red because I massaged my face, but this is red because it's a pimple. So it kind of hurts a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take my Cosrx BHA Power Liquid. Because it is a BHA, it's salicylic acid, it's going to kind of calm down this pimple right here and kind of draw all the impurities out. So I'm just gonna go like this. Usually what I would do is I would soak like a corner of a cotton pad and like soak it on here, but I ran out and let that do its thing. Okay, I do not want to forget to properly moisturize my skin. Even though my skin is going to be pretty oily, I still want to make sure that my skin is hydrated so that it doesn't overproduce oil. So the next thing I'm going to take is a hydrating essence. This is the Misha Time Revolution, the First Treatment Essence, but this is the mist version. So I really like this because all you do is like spray it on your face. You don't have to worry about like wasting product and like, you know, doing all of that mess. So, and it gives me like instant hydration. Like my skin already feels super, super hydrated. I'm just lightly patting this in. You don't want to like slap your face, you know what I mean? Whew, I feel amazing already. Okay, so the next thing that I am going to do is eye cream. So this is the, I talk about this all the time on my channel. It's the Clinique All About Eyes eye cream, and I kind of just take a little bit and pat under my eyes. And then there's this little bone here right by my eyes that I like to massage like that. Ooh, feels so good. And then on the other side. So another eye cream that I like to use for the morning is the Origins Ginseng. Get it? Refreshing eye cream, and this is meant to brighten your like under eye circles. So sometimes when I have really dark under eye circles, I like to use this because this contains titanium dioxide. It does brighten the skin under your eyes, but it's an artificial brightening, so it doesn't actually like permanently brighten your eyes, you know what I mean? But it is really great if you wake up one morning and you have really dark circles under your eyes. Look at this pimple, you guys. That is ridiculous. Okay, now let's talk about moisturizers real quick because I have like 3 different types of moisturizers depending on like how my skin is feeling or if I'm wearing makeup that day. So if I am not wearing makeup, I will usually go in with my Hatalabo Shirojun milk, and this is really good because it contains niacinamide, so it helps brighten your complexion if you have problems with hyperpigmentation. But it also contains hyaluronic acid, so I use a foundation that is liquid to powder, so it's very dry and very matte. So I want to make sure that I have a very moisturized, hydrated base before I apply that foundation. So I really like using this. If you're not familiar with an ingredient called hyaluronic acid, it basically just holds like 1,000 times its weight in water. So if you have dry skin, that's a really great ingredient to look for in your skincare products. But for me, I have oily skin, but I still like to keep my skin hydrated, especially when I use that foundation. So I like using this, but I'm not gonna use that today because I'm not wearing makeup today. So when I'm not wearing makeup, I like to do 2 different moisturizers. So this is the Milk Makeup Hydrating Oil, and it has a whole bunch of different oils. I forgot what's in there, but I'll leave them like in a list right here. But it does feel very hydrating, and it surprisingly doesn't really give me that oily of a look. I don't know if it's meant to be like semi-matte or what, but this is what it looks like. I don't know if you can see this actually. I don't know, it just leaves me with like a really healthy, nice glow without looking like I fried chicken on my face, you know what I'm saying? So I like to use this, but I think what I'm going to use today, since it is that time of the month and my skin is going to be pretty oily today, I like to use the Ole Henriksen Counterbalance Oil Control Hydrator. And this is really great if you have dry skin because it does have a matte finish. It does keep you matte. Like, I'm not even joking. It's not semi-matte, it's like straight up matte. I would not recommend this if you have oily combination skin. Like if you have dry patches in like random areas, I would not recommend this as a full face moisturizer just because I don't feel like it does enough to moisturize dry patches or dry skin. So this is a horrible moisturizer if you have dry skin, but if you have oily skin, I do get some dry patches around my mouth area sometimes, but not too much lately because, you know, it's getting a little bit hotter outside. But what I will do is sometimes I will apply this, and then I'll apply my Glossier Priming Moisturizer Rich around the dry patches so that I'm covered on both ends. But yeah, so I am just going to apply this. And it just feels super soothing on the skin, and it hydrates my skin without being oily. Okay, and I'm not gonna lie, my lips feel a little crusty today, so I'm going to exfoliate my lips. So I usually do this in the morning or I do it at night. Honestly, it just depends how my lips are feeling. But my lips are crusty right now, so I'm going to do this right now in the morning. So this is the Lush Bubblegum Lip Scrub. I'm almost out of it, but we just gonna exfoliate these lips because today's feeling too crusty. Next, I'm going to moisturize my lips with this lip product that I talk about all the time. And for sunscreen, I have been switching off lately. So on one hand, I have the Glossier Invisible Shield Daily Sunscreen. It's SPF 35. And what I like about this is it has a very like gel-like consistency. Like this, and it leaves like a semi-matte to matte finish, which is really good for oily skin, I think. So that's what it looks like. So I'll either use that or I will use my Misha All Around Safe Block Essence Sun, and this is SPF 45 PA+++. Both of these are chemical sunscreens because I am of color. I have brown skin. I cannot use physical sunscreens. Like for example, this Misha one, they're like the same brand, but this is the oil control one, and since it is a physical sunscreen, it gives me like crazy white cast. So this is the physical Misha sunscreen. And as you can see, it just leaves like a white cast, so you can see the difference. This one has a white cast, unfortunately. So I tend to use chemical sunscreens solely for that reason. So both of these are chemical sunscreens. I think I'm gonna use this one today, the Misha one, just because I already put like a matte moisturizer. I don't want to put matte on top of matte. It might over dry my skin, you know? And that is pretty much it. This is my updated morning skincare routine. Again, it is different on different days. This is just what I felt like my skin needed today. And yeah, don't forget to take care of your skin, folks. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Give this video a thumbs up if you would like to see more skincare videos. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace!